It was good, guys. No trade day today, but I learned a huge lesson about the fear of losing, which because I hesitated on a trade, which is a really important lesson to learn. And yeah, man, I actually think this video is going to be very beneficial for some of you guys. Enjoy the video. Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another video, man. No trade day today, as you can see. But I hesitated on the best setup today. I was first looking at KUST. This went up, hit 380 and dumped back up. It's just going sideways for basically 10 minutes, and then like is a real grinder. It's a grinder. So I just didn't look at this. I was looking at REVB, which was also a grinder, but I hesitated on the best setup today. And if I would have executed on this setup, this is A plus setup, I would have been up for the week. So uh, that's a shame. That's a shame. But what can I learn from this? Don't go into self procrastination and self hate almost, like blaming yourself, self blame, and be in this constant circle of like, why didn't I take the trade? What's so wrong with me? Oh my days! I should have just taken the trade. Stop thinking like that. You need to be able to understand that if you're trying to become better, every trade is a win if you learn from it. So you should always try to extract lesson from every single trade you take. And that's what I'm going to talk about now. Why was I too afraid to take this trade? Because I was scared of losing. The fear of losing. It's the fear of it's something called fear of missing out, which causes you to buy even more, and then there's a fear of losing, which makes you not take a trade. You were scared of taking the trade because you were scared of losing. And that's a big problem. I think that's almost even worse than FOMO. Fear of missing out, I think that's almost even worse, fear of losing. Because then you're missing out on the good trades because that's when you like know what a good trade is and you know what a good setup is, but your fear of losing. So you let all the losses from last week or this week get to you mentally and be like, if I take this trade and lose, I'll be even more down this week. Which shouldn't really matter if you have good risk management. If you have good risk management and follow your rules, you should never think like that. Because it doesn't matter how much you're down on the week already, because if you have good risk management, it should be an acceptable loss that week, which you can easily recover from with 2 or 3 wins. For example, if I would have taken this trade, I would have been up for the week, and I've taken straight L's this whole week. So that just goes to show how important this is and how big of a problem fear of losing really is. And that's a problem I'm encountering right now. And this month, actually, this whole month, it's been a trend. Every time I see like a really good trade, I'd be like, oh, should I take it? No, I'm gonna stay out. And then I hesitate, and in my rules, if I hesitate on a trade, it's an automatic no trade day. I need to take the no trade day automatically because it was so many times that I hesitated on a setup and I see it work out just like this. And then when I see it work out, I take a trade up here. I enter over here. Oh, yeah, this worked out. It's probably gonna go in even higher. No, that's so stupid. So uh, the real thing here is like I was operating in scarcity. I was thinking of the outcome before even pressing the button, which is a huge mistake. I was thinking about the outcome of the trade I'm placing before even placing the trade, which is a huge mistake, which you cannot do. You need to be focused on the process. Like I say this almost every video, you need to be process focused, not outcome focused. You should never be afraid of losses because losses shows you exactly where you're going wrong. So let me talk. I wrote some of this down. So it was a no trade day. My daily rating was a 7 out of 10. Emotional control was an 8 out of 10. Rules broken 0. Trades taken 0. the thoughts of the day is I hesitated on the best setup, which resulted in an automatic no trading. I saw the setup but was too scared to enter. I was 100% correct in my analysis, so why am I being too afraid to enter? I was scared of losses. That is not a good mindset to have. I should encourage losses because losses show patterns and lessons I can learn from. And if my goal is to become better, every single trade I take is a win if I learn from it. I should never be concerned about the outcome of the trade I'm placing. I just need to focus on following the system. That's the most important part. If I would have been free from scarcity and operated in abundance, I would have been up for the day without it affecting me. I would have been up for the week. I would have been up for the week without it affecting me. So my conclusion is what I will do is I need to lower size. I will lower my size for next week. Start only focusing on being present in the moment and not being afraid to execute your setup. If you have conviction and see a A+ setup, no emotion should stop you from taking that trade. This is a huge lesson to learn, and I am so happy to learn this trade without even paying for it because I hesitated, so I'm not paying for the lesson. If I would have taken the trade, then it would have been good. Nothing stopped me. The losses didn't affect me into not taking this trade. So yeah, there was no other stocks moving really. That was the only setup today, and it would have been perfect. You can say, "Oh, it went up so much higher. Why wouldn't you hold?" Because my system says I should sell right here, so then I'm gonna sell right there, and that's a good trade. I don't care if it's going up to $10. I don't give a fuck. If I catch this, then I'm happy. Now, this was also a grinder, so I 100% want to implement setting and leaving my trades again. I've stopped setting and leaving my trades, even though when I set and leave my trades, I was the most focused and most process focused. When I set and leave my trades, I don't care what's going on. All of this right here is just noise. This is just noise. This, until I see my setup, everything is just noise. You can't let anything affect you. It's so like it's so psychological. It's crazy. So yeah, guys. Hopefully you learned from this video. If you learned something, drop it in the comments what you learned, man. I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's me basically just brain dumping on you guys. So yeah, peace out, guys.